You look at all the work that they've done this offseason, and they have not gotten better.
They've done so much work, too. I think they were a little better, but
No.
they're not much better for all the money
I
they
don't
spend.
think that they're better. Like,
let's quickly do, before we get to a fun slate grade, let's quickly do what happens next in the NHL. We were promised that there was going to be activity. Didn't happen in free agency, and people were like, yeah, well, they're going to have to make trades now. 16 teams have at least $6.5 million in cap space. 12 teams have at least $10 million in cap space. And yes, someone corrected me from earlier in the show when I was like, the Canadians have cap space for some reason. Carey Price's contract. Yes. That doesn't really matter. Teams have cap space. A lot of rosters don't seem set. We've heard about Jason Robertson potentially moving. Byram signed 2 years, $12.5 million. Thank God, he says, but really it just sets the table for him to get traded.
that's fine. That's fine.
It's a step closer to it being...
Something happened.
Yeah.
Something happened with Byram. Just that's all I needed. I needed something to happen. Just us not talking about the possibility of something happening.
Yegor Chinakhov has requested a trade. There was a Russian outlet that quoted him. You could tell it was translated, I think. It was, I will be very glad to if there is a trade sort of thing. But Aaron Portzline has clarified that the Blue Jackets have received a trade request from Yegor Chinakhov, a 24-year-old first-round pick right wing who didn't really do much last year, but was really good a couple of years ago. Not the best, shall we say, of the Russians that the Blue Jackets have, but still a really good young player, someone who, if you missed out on a JJ Peterka and you want to maybe get a young forward cheaper than what the Mammoth gave up, which was a good defenseman, a good young defenseman, and an okay young forward, maybe you go after Yegor Chinakhov. I'm kind of surprised, though, that he wants out. Is it maybe you think just because he's not playing with those guys anymore?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to diagnose whatever problem he has with the organization. But I mean, I saw in that poorly translated
he said
piece,
coach.
No, yeah, he said he had an issue with the coach, and he also said maybe I'll just go back to the KHL.
He said I would. He said because someone said do you want to play in Russia? And he said I want to play in the NHL as long as I can.
Oh, he did. Okay,
but.
I saw
sure, I like Russia.
Yeah, he said some mention of maybe I play in KHL, but I want to play in America.
Right. So 16 goals in 53 games 2 seasons ago. That's a 25-goal pace. So this is nothing to sneeze at. Like I said, it's not JJ Peterka you're getting here, but maybe that's a piece that moves. And for what do you...
There's a certain team that needs to replace JJ.
I mean, it was my first thought. My first thought with a lot of these things, because I just desperately want the Sabres to be back, and I want them to make the playoffs. But how obvious would that be? A Byram, Yegor Chinakhov type of thing?
I mean, what about the LA Kings? They got Kuzmenko as a low performing flyer. He was great for them. They still need scoring help. Yeah. They're a team that's just still... You look at all the work that they've done this offseason, and they have not gotten better.
They've done so much work, too. I think they were a little better, but they're not much better for all the money
I don't think that they're better. They replaced Gavrikov and Spence on the back end with Ceci and Dumoulin.
Yeah. Gavrikov, I think, is by far the best of those players.
By far.
They really should have just signed Gavrikov.
Yes.
But now enter Yegor Chinakhov into the players that we could see moved. And then another thing I want to hit is that Jeff Merrick has said that the Bruins have the same situation that the Canucks had when they traded Artur Shilovs this past week, which is that they've got a young goalie who everybody would take, and they kind of don't have room for him on their NHL roster. They were going to have to put him through waivers, which would not have worked. Someone would have claimed him, so they traded him for Chase Stillman and a 4th-round pick. Jeff Merrick is saying loudly that the Bruins have this with Michael DiPietro, who, a 26-year-old goalie, was a good prospect with the Canucks. People thought that the Canucks ruined him, which maybe they did. But very good season last year, was the AHL goaltender of the year, and re-signed with the Bruins. But recent winners of that award, I believe it's the Baz Bestien Award, include Alex Nedeljkovic, Dustin Wolf, Logan Thompson on that list. So some really good players have won that award. And now here's Michael DiPietro, 26 years old, won't be able to get through waivers, and the Bruins have Jeremy Swayman and Jonas Korpisalo blocking him. My thought is, can't the Bruins just trade Korpisalo? Like I would love DiPietro to solve a problem for teams that need goaltenders, maybe one in Edmonton. But also, I'm like, if the Bruins have a good young goalie, can't they just keep him and find a way to get rid of Korpisalo? The Senators are already eating $1 million of his cap hit. So right now he's at 3 years times $3 million on the Bruins cap. I would think a team would just take that, or maybe they need to eat another $1 million. But what do you do if you're the Bruins?
I mean, ideally, I'd like to see them trade Korpisalo because, like, I'm not against trading DiPietro. I'd like to give him a shot at the NHL to increase his worth and then trade him as an NHLer. Like, that way, you're going to actually get something really significant for him a year down the line or something like that. I don't know. It's probably going to take a little sweetening and a little work to trade Korpisalo.
Someone in the chat says Chinakhov to the Red Wings. Yeah, I'm putting everybody I know on the Red Wings and the Sabres and the Senators.
I mean, he's just one of those players that, like, unless you've got almost every spot in your lineup filled, why not see what it costs to get him and give him a chance?
I mean, Bruins, a team that doesn't have prospects too, should trade for that guy. Bruins should trade for that guy.
Yeah, I wonder what the price is because, like, the Blue Jackets say they're not eager to move off of him, and I'm not convinced that he is all that great right now.
He should go to Utah, the now most Russian team in hockey.
True,
but
or
do
you really want to get Peterka and Chinakhov in the same year? I think they're one of those teams that, like, I feel like their roster is, like, pretty good right now.
Yeah. I just am trying to team him up with Russians.
Chinakhov's good, and he's a good goal scorer. He's definitely not amazing, but that'd be a big get for some team. And then Dougie Hamilton has 3 more years at $9 million AAV. I just want to slip that into the conversation because there hasn't been hard reporting on the Devils are trying to trade Dougie Hamilton. But the math does kind of math that if they do want to get all the Hughes brothers together, Dougie Hamilton will have to go at some point. To which I say, Donnie, bring him home. Or
yeah, right.
Sean wants
right.
Sean, you want Dougie Hamilton on the Sabres?
Give me a right shot, D man. Why not? We got money.
I don't know, man. They need old defensemen, but I don't know if Dougie Hamilton's the old defenseman you want.
I mean,
He's awesome.
Where are they getting an old like? There's just no players in the NHL.
I think they need like a Alex Tuck in defense form on their back end.
I would agree.
Just like a guy who's pretty good but old.
Guy who's pretty good and a really good.
Actually,
not that Dougie Hamilton's
not that old,
not a
but
good
like
guy.
he's like a vet
for that team. He's a vet.
Right.
Yeah,
he's my spiritual captain.
Okay, and it seems that they're gonna re-sign him, which is very good.
Here's hoping.
We all silly like the mayor.